Hi, my name is Grace, and I'm interning as a reference and programming intern at the Mechanics Institute Library in downtown San Francisco, which has been in existence since 1854. The Mechanics Institute is a nonprofit membership-based library which charges $150 per year, and with that you get access to over 100,000 books, the largest LGBTQ children's collection, and a chess department, writing workshops, co-working spaces, and author talks. So on a typical day, I'll usually start at the reference desk. We have two reference desks at the Mechanics, one at the second floor, which is where our children's collection is, as well as traveling books and fiction books, and then one on the third floor, which is where the majority of our nonfiction books are, as well as periodicals and magazines. And while I'm at the reference desk, I'll be answering research questions. So for example, someone recently asked me how to start a newsletter, and I got her book on Substack, as well as editing your own writing. We also are tracking down different numbers while we are at the reference desk. So we're taking tally of how many directional questions were being asked, how many reference questions were being asked, if we're offering instruction or helping people sign up for our events through Eventbrite, and then we are selling memberships. When I am not in the library side of the Mechanics Institute, I am helping with the events team. And on the events team, that is where I am setting up for author talks. I am helping with graphic design. So for example, I made this promotional flyer to support an author talk by Ray Alexander and her book Unsung Heroines: 35 Women Who Changed the Bay Area. And I am also taking pictures. So this is a picture of one of our teachers, Silvana, who did a really good workshop on making zines for children. This is a Canva class that I have been working on, and it's going to cover the essentials of Canva, how to add elements to your design, how to edit photos, and how to work collaboratively on a design. For this class, I have been able to do the promotional materials such as the flyers and the little blurbs that go alongside the Eventbrite. And I am also going to do a evaluation at the end of the class so I can assess how I can do better and what went well during the class. One thing that I really loved doing for the internship was making displays. I got to create a blind date with a queer book display, which is where I covered the book in wrapping paper so you couldn't see the cover. And then on the front of the wrapping paper, I wrote a little seductive description of the queer book so people could read the descriptions and see what they aligned with and then blindly choose whichever book they wanted to check out. I also got to make a gardening display for July. Because we're in a new physical year, the Mechanics Institute has funding to buy new books, which is really exciting. So I've been able to suggest books that I think people would like based on the top 100 circulating books of the last physical year. So I have suggested There Are Rivers in the Sky, which is a historical fiction, Good Dirt, and How Far the Light Reaches, which is a memoir that dives into the life of 10 sea creatures.